Hey everyone, this is Chris of Stockholm Controversy, and today's tutorial is going to be about creating a sort of television scan line effect like the one you see here on the left. I am currently in Photoshop CS5, and I have also found that the best images to use are those that have a sort of softer side lighting, which will in the end result create a more dramatic contrast like the one you can see here. So there are about 10 to 12 steps that we have to go through, so let's get started. First of all, you can use any color image or any black and white image if you like, but you have to take the color information out of the image. So I'll just use Control U, or is it adjustments and okay, hue and saturation. That's it. The short key is Control U. And just lower the saturation so all the color information in the visual image disappears. The color information is still in there, if you will. As you can see here, it's still an RGB color, not a grayscale. So anyway, I will take the drag the image from the first layer down to create a new copy of it in the layers panel. Then I'll go to filter, blur, and Gaussian blur, and set a pretty high value of about 30, and this is going to help with a nice glow effect on this portrait. So I'll have to lower the opacity about 30, so I'll go down to 60. Oh, okay, 70% looks kind of good. I'll create a new layer like so, and this is going to be the scan line layer. So I'll just zoom in a bit to see what I'm doing here, and I'll choose the pen tool, and I have loaded up some square brushes like the ones you can see here by going into the menu here and just load where are they? Down here, square brushes, right? And then append them. So I'll have a thickness or a size of 4x4 pixels, which I will use. And I have found that the best way to create a scan line or the horizontal lines is to actually create a pattern. So I'll use the two colors that we will use is just regular black and white, and the black one is going to be the ones that obviously are more darker here, and the white ones, which will in height be double of the black one, are the ones that shine more white. So I'll just choose the black color, click on the image, change to white, and make that a double of height like so. Then I'll just control click the layer or the image more here. That will select what I've just drawn. I'll go up to edit, define pattern, and just call it this was a 4 times, what is this? That's 12 scan line. Press OK. Then I'll go into the paint bucket tool. Choose from up here, not foreground but pattern, and from the drop down list I will choose the pattern I just created, right? So as you can see, I have tested different different sizes. So I'll choose the 4x12 scan line, and I'll just delete the one I just created up here, zoom out, Oop, that's in. Like so. And then I'll just deselect and fill the entire image. Like so. Okay, that should work. For this layer, I will have to go into a blending mode and choose. I feel that the soft light works best, and then perhaps lower the opacity somewhat to about 20 or 30%. I'll create a new layer and choose this time the gradient tool and the radial gradient up here. I'm still going to use the white to black. Just click somewhere in the middle and draw out to the edge. And this will help soften up the scan lines, as you can see at the edges. So that's the radial gradient. I will have to add a blending mode to this one, and I'll use overlay. And I think I'll leave the opacity at 100. The next step is to add another blur effect. So I'll have to just mark all of these by choosing Control. Right click, merge layers. And I'll go to Filter, Blur, and Motion Blur. And in this step, it's important that you have a 90 or negative 90 degree, and then, well, sort of try which of these settings look the best, because if you set it to 1, the scan lines are very hard. The contrast is very hard. So you will have to find some setting that will soften up the scan lines. So maybe about 7. Press OK, and a couple of more steps. First one is to go up to Image, Adjustment, Color Balance, and you can leave it at the midtones. Add a bit of cyan, perhaps like 70 minus negative 75. Add some magenta, not magneto, and a bit of yellow perhaps. Okay, that looks pretty good. Press OK. And one of the last things you should do is to actually go into the image, adjustment, and levels, just to check if you can't add some more sort of contrast to the image. Let's see here. Okay, that looks pretty good. And the final step is to add some noise. So you go up to Filter, Noise, Add Noise. And here you just want to add some subtle noise, not too much. And this will probably not show on YouTube and in the video clip, but I tend to use about 2% or 3%. I'll just, well, okay, about 2.5s will work. It's also important that you use the monochromatic setting here, or else the noise will contain color information. So when choosing monochromatic, I guess it's just a grayscale kind of noise. Anyway, press OK, and that should be it. It looks a bit different because I've used different settings, but you get the idea. And also, as you can see on the left image, the scan lines are more apparent, but this is due to the fact that I lowered the opacity on the scan lines down to 30. I think I was using a setting of about 50% on this one. So anyway, that's the way, or one way, to create a cool television scan line effect using Photoshop CS5. My name is Chris. Thank you for watching.